Welcome back to Emirates News. It's time for the day's business. Let's catch up with Greg Fairley. Greg, Libya still affecting the oil markets.
Ramia, that's right. Higher oil prices, at least for the time being, look inevitable. The recent events in Libya have led to an exodus of expatriate workers fleeing the country. Many working in the oil industry are among those leaving. The upheaval in Libya has reportedly taken most of the country's oil production of 1.6 million barrels a day off the market. Libya is Africa's largest producer of oil, but only ranks 15th among the world's oil exporters. Oil prices are currently stand around $98 for NYMEX crude and above $112 for European Brent crude. Traders worry that tension could not only threaten Libya's oil production, but also spread to other countries in the region. Corporate communications is a term we hear a lot about in the world of business. It's not only the way in which a company communicates with staff, but also the all-important bridge between company brand and the general public. Effective corporate communication inside the workplace can be extremely good for improving morale, identifying fresh ideas, and in helping shape corporate strategy. These days, a company's ability to deliver its message and to communicate with investors, customers and the media using new technology is more important than ever. These issues and more are currently being discussed at the Corporate Communications Conference, currently underway here in Dubai in JBR. One of the speakers at this year's Corporate Communications Conference is with Tourism Queensland, which was involved in an idea that attracted 35,000 job applicants last year, successfully implementing a global media strategy from TV to Twitter to blogging and beyond. Andrew Oldfield from Tourism Queensland joins us in the studio. Thanks a lot for coming in.
Pleasure.
So what did your Best Job in the World campaign, that I'm sure many people remember, what did it do for Queensland?
It completely thrust us into the world limelight, I guess, when it came to not only tourism but effective communications. So we had a KPI of getting 400,000 web visits. The day that we launched it, we got 200,000. So almost half our KPIs were achieved overnight, and eventually 8.7 million web visits from that. So we did what we set out to do. We introduced the world to the islands of the Great Barrier Reef. We developed a fantastic corporate culture inside the office as well. So it was a whole bevy of things that helped.
I mean, I've got to ask you, is the person still doing the job?
Yeah, he did. The actual job was 6 months, so finished at the end of December 2009, and then we've kept Ben on for another further 18 months as a tourism ambassador. And he was here in Dubai last year speaking at the Emirates brochure launch.
What do you hope to achieve at the Corporate Communications Conference taking place here in Dubai?
Look, personally, I've been in the region for 5 years, and I find it very fractured trying to communicate with the industry, with the tourism industry and the consumers, with the different Arabic speakers and Indian and expats. So it's I'd like to learn how people are doing that, and at the same time I'd like to pass on my my knowledge of social media and how we captured the Best Job in the World campaign. Yeah.
What do you think are the best tools that you can use in corporate communication from your side of the business?
For us, undoubtedly, it is social media. We realise that that digital interaction is a way to go. It's the way of the future. So so that's where we're heading, and that's how our campaigns and forward consumer campaigns will absolutely work. And you know, these days travellers are relying on a lot more communication, I guess, from word of mouth from other travellers via online review sites, TripAdvisor, Lonely Planet, etc. So you've got to be on there, and you've got to be doing it.
Great. Well, you're speaking on the first day, on the 1st of March, so we look forward to that. Yeah. And Andrew Oldfield from Tourism Queensland, thanks a lot once again.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Well, Libya and broader regional concerns are keeping stock markets under selling pressure. UAE Markets ended mixed today. The DFM ended down 0.75% on quite healthy trading values of 135 million dirhams. Meanwhile, in Abu Dhabi, the ADX ended up over 0.5%, with Aldar the most active stock by value. Here come Sunday's numbers now in more detail. And finally, 6 easy-to-read kits which can be used as management tools for companies to integrate and implement responsible business practices have been published by Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry to enhance awareness of corporate social responsibility. The set focuses on community, strategy and stakeholder, marketplace, environment, communication and workplace.
Social responsibility is very important, but unfortunately it has been neglected for quite a while. Dubai Chambers felt the need to raise awareness and review ways how companies base their business strategies and deal with different parties, whether it's dealing with consumers or environmental issues within the local or international markets. These are some of the important issues that corporate social responsibility covers in general.
Well, for now, that is the latest from the Emirates News Business Desk, keeping you in touch. Ramya, back to you.
It's great to see Dubai promoting more CSR initiatives here among businesses, isn't it?
We're seeing it much more on the agenda nowadays.
Thanks, Greg.